Hello, everybody. Welcome to the full moon in Capricorn collective reading. So, we are going to do a quick collective message. So, everybody who will be clicking on this video, who will be watching this video, is a part of the collective for whom these messages are meant for. And before we even begin, I want you to let you know that although we are doing a collective reading, at the end of the collective reading, I will give you three options to choose from. So that would be like pile number one, two, and three. So I will probably put like one or two cards. So in addition to the collective message that we get here, you can get more personalized guidance when it comes to the full moon in Capricorn energy. So let's get started. I want you to go back to the month of January, like in the beginning of the year, because we had a new moon in Capricorn in the last week of December. I guess it was December 29th, but yeah, it was somewhere in the last week of December 2024. So I want you to go back to the last week of December, or even like just go back to January of 2025. Just do a quick reflection, even make a note of it. And I always say make a note of it because my goal with tarot readings is to reflect and do a little check in of the energies that are coming for you, but also a little check-in on what you have been doing, what we have been doing in our lives, how we have been navigating our lives. Is there something that we need to pay attention to? Is there a pattern or a cycle that we need to look into? Are there things that we need to let go of? Are there some things that we need to focus on? Okay, so all those things, and that is why it is so important that whenever you watch a tarot reading, it's better to make a note of, like, just put a date, write the theme. Okay, we are doing a full moon in Capricorn reading, and make a quick note just in bullet points, or at least do a quick mental rundown of what were the themes that were coming up during the last week of December and first few weeks of January. What was going on? Okay, because that is when we started a 6 month lunar cycle in the sign of Capricorn. And if you don't already know, we always have a new moon in a particular zodiac sign, which is followed by a 6 month lunar cycle that culminates with the full moon in the same sign. So the new moon that we had in Capricorn back in December 2024, okay, this full moon in Capricorn is the culmination of a 6 month cycle. So something that you started or something that you was working through in the month of January or last December, that is coming to an end. If you were struggling with something, there were certain themes, there were certain restrictions, those restrictions are being removed. If there were certain obstacles or challenges, they are being removed. It does not mean that your life is 100% sorted. It does not mean that everything is coming to fruition, because we have different themes going on. Our life is like, a whole layered story. It's not just one thing. If you have been going through certain challenges, certain restrictions, certain negative patterns, this full moon in Capricorn is bringing either a closure, you learning a lesson, or if you started something 6 months ago, then probably you are reaching some sort of milestone or reaching a particular goal. And keep in mind that this is a general reading, so these messages will apply to you differently. Trust your gut, trust your instinct. Okay, so anytime we have a full moon in any sign, it is a time of getting clarity, closure, like something coming to fruition. Okay, like a cycle ending, those kind of things. Okay, so again, it will be different for each one of you, but that is usually the energy of the full moons. You may be coming up to certain realizations. Maybe you are having like a wake-up call or something. So yeah, and when we talk about the Capricorn energy, it is about hard work, it is about discipline, it is about grit, it is about structure in your life. It is also about like restrictions, challenges, delays. It could be about like having certain boundaries in place. So again, when we talk about challenges, restrictions, structure, they can play out in any area of our lives. Okay, from work to relationships to home life to living situation to your personal sense of self. Like, ask yourself where you have been needing more structure or more discipline. Okay, like last 6 months, have you been working on being more disciplined or being focused on certain goals of yours? Are you focusing more on career? Are you, where have your commitment being tested in the last 6 months? That is a theme of full moon in Capricorn. So I would share quickly that for me, last 6 months, I have been focusing a lot in overall discipline in my life and being very clear with my work goals, with my career goals, with my business goals. Especially last 2 3 months, I have been super focused on being more disciplined and bringing that grit back, being in my no excuses era, my no plan B era, like going all in, like being fully committed to myself, my growth, my goals. So again, you need to ask yourself, like, where have you been focusing a lot, or where have you been trying to bring more structure or commitment or discipline? And if they have a certain delays in some area of your life, ask yourself, what are the lessons that you have learned in the last 6 months? Okay, so let's quickly tap into the collective energy. So, and everybody who will be watching this video, and although I'm filming this exactly on the day of full moon in Capricorn, if you happen to watch it like a few days after, a few weeks after, even few months after, I am 100% sure that you came to this reading for a reason. And usually these are timeless messages. So if you clicked on this video, and if this video like popped up into your feed, you were suggested this video, it is for a reason. There's a message in here for you. And the full moon in Capricorn is happening on July 10th. So if you are watching sometime after this, like months after this event, you can always look back to what was happening in your life in the month of July 2025. So that might give you some clarity on what these messages mean for you or why they popped up. There must be a reason. Okay, so talking about the Capricorn energy, we have the opposition or confrontation. So the first message that I'm getting here for the collective is that, like, everyone watching this video, this message is for you. Okay, wherever you feel some restriction in your life, wherever you feel some restrictions, some tension, some challenge in your life, I want you to ask yourself, is there something that you're not confronting? It could be confronting your fears, it could be confronting your limiting beliefs, it could be like maybe having some sort of confrontation. Let's say if it is like relationships for you, then are you avoiding some sort of confrontation, or are you avoiding some difficult conversation with a partner, with a family member, with a business partner, with a colleague, with a boss? Like, and especially this is a Capricorn energy, so this could very well be for most of us like something related to work or something related to your long-term relationships, like a long-term partner, spouse, or like even a family member, like a close family member. Okay, so something like that, because Capricorn is like long-term energy, okay, and a very tangible energy. So wherever there's a friction, I want you to understand that as difficult as friction feels, as difficult this tension feels, like, who are you fighting with right now? If you look at this image, you're like, who are you fighting with? There's a lesson to be learned here. This is a stepping stone in the next part of your journey. And the sooner you can accept that, the sooner you can find the lesson, the sooner you can face you again your fears or your limiting beliefs. Maybe you are being lazy, you're not being disciplined, and this is like fighting your own laziness, fighting imposter syndrome. Again, the Capricorn energy very much about like work and those kind of things. Okay, so you need to have a quick moment of confrontation first with yourself, and then maybe whosoever it is related to. Okay, what are you opposing? So this is one of the major themes, and I'm not even surprised that we got the opposition card. And there's this number 53, and again, 5 and 3 equals 8. 8 is the energy of Saturn, like Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So a very disciplined energy, a very practical energy. Okay, so let's see what else is, and especially with this full moon, you might be experiencing a situation or something that brings up this opposition, this challenge. Like, you are being shown, like today, few days ago, in the upcoming weeks, maybe upcoming days. Again, let's say if you are watching this video at some other time, what might be coming up for you, or what you might be facing, is that certain challenges, certain areas where there is a friction, where there's a challenge, where you feel that you just, like, you are being presented a problem that you need to solve. There's something that you need to come face to face with. Either you make peace with it, either you rectify it. If there is something that you can do about it, maybe it's about having a again, maybe it's about having a hard conversation, maybe it is about you taking action on something, okay, maybe you reflecting on your own patterns. Again, it can be so many things, but this is coming up for you, like for each one of us in this full moon in Capricorn, okay. And for me personally, what I have observed is there are two main things that have been coming up for me, not just once, not just twice, like it's been a recurring theme for me in the last few months. And that has been, again, I would say that my commitment is being tested. I'm being pushed more and more to be more disciplined, to be, again, to have my grit back. And I have been talking about this a lot on the channel as well. I will talk about that maybe some other time. But yeah, this is, and I am being shown again and again and again through content I consume on social media, through moments of breakthrough, through moments of clarity, through, you can say like downloads, like you get this intuitive hits, like sudden realizations, sudden bursts of clarity. And what I'm being shown again and again is that yes, you have been putting in the work, yes, you have been like doing right, fine, but now is the time to go all in. You cannot continue with half-assed effort. You need to push through, you need to be more disciplined. Like this is one of the recurring themes that has been coming up for me the last few months. So that might happen for you, or that might be happening for you, and you need to face it, you need to do something about it, okay. And the second theme that has been coming up for me during these last few months is relationships. And when I say relationships, it's like all types of relationships, whether it is friendships, whether it's relationships with my clients, whether it's like relationship with like my family. I have been forced to see multiple times, due to multiple situations that came up, that I had to look deeply into what the other person in a particular relationship or dynamic is bringing to the table, right? So if it's a friend, if it's a partner, if it's a family member, if it is a client, for example, if it's a client, are they committed? Like if you are committed for your growth, are they committed enough? You know, again, with the friendship, if you are over giving, like are they really adding something to your life, or are they just draining your energy? Right? If it is in, like, let's say a romantic relationship, like are you the one who is carrying the baggage of making all the emotional effort? Are you the one who are always initiating difficult conversations, like all these kind of things? So these are the themes that have been coming up for me. So these are the themes that might be coming up for you, and if they do, then you need to look into how to get past it. This is not the time, like literally confrontation, this is not the time to push things under the rug. You need to come to terms with the facts. You need to come face to face with whatever is that you're dealing with, which is uncomfortable, which is challenging, which is not fulfilling, okay, which is not aligning with you, which is stopping your growth, your progress, anything that is draining your energy, something that is not allowing you to grow. You need to come to terms with it, and you have to find a way to get past it, okay. That is this full moon in Capricorn is bringing up for you, okay. Let's pull one more card, but I already love this energy, and I myself did and I think I did this for the first time. I did an entire reflection on like I think this was the first time I did a proper reflection on what themes have been coming up for me in the last 6 months and this lunar cycle. Okay, so yeah, okay, we got the Cancer energy with the keyword immerse. For some of you, these confrontations or opposition is about either your inner world, okay, like how you feel internally, mentally, emotionally, or in your living situation or your home. Okay, and with the keyword immerse, or even about like your foundation, like there's something like with the number 4 here, it is about stability and foundation. So what is shaking your foundation? Like what is making you feel unstable, shaky, if there's anything like that. And again, it will be different for different people, right? But this looks like to me more about your internal world, how you feel on the inside. And it does not mean that it is not related to other people. It could very well be related to other people, but how you feel inside of yourself, that is the key theme here. Are you feeling pulled in different directions? And if that is the case, why so? You need to immerse. Like you need to reflect, you need to pause. If you are feeling conflicted in two different directions, you need to ask yourself, like, what is the issue? What is the challenge? Why is this opposition? If your heart says one thing, your mind says one thing, logistics say one thing, the reality of the situation says one thing, you need to work through this. And I bet this is not comfortable. Okay, based on where you are in your personal growth journey, based on how self-aware you are, based on how much internal work you have been doing, based on what are the real challenges in your life at this moment. But this energy is a lot of internal work, untangling your own thoughts, understanding what you really want, understanding what is aligned with you, like truly. Okay, so do not ignore this, because if you ignore this lesson, if you skip past this, these themes will keep on coming up for you again and again and again. Like, it's not that we are having a full moon in Capricorn and so on. No, next year we will again have a full moon in Capricorn, right? So these themes are gonna come up again and again and again, unless and until you dissolve them. Okay, but as of now, this looks like a lot of challenging energy, and you need to do a lot of internal work. A Cancer is ruled by the moon, so it's about your, again, your emotions, your fears, right? Also, the sign of the Cancer is the crab. And what does a crab do? Like, at the sign of a danger, it just retreats in its shell. So maybe it is time for you to retreat a little bit and reflect, and maybe then come out and tackle this. But it's like with the confrontation card, like literally these are just the opposite cards. So the crab energy is like, at the first, like when they sense danger, they retreat in their shell. But this full moon in Capricorn energy, with this opposition card, with this confrontation card, is telling you that you cannot expect to stay in your shell forever. You have to come out and you have to fight. You have to fight. And fight does not mean like literally fighting or a verbal fight or yelling. No, it means like you need to reflect and to resolve, right? You need to resolve, you need to work through your fears or difficult conversations. Again, depends on where this is playing out in your life right now. Okay, very beautiful message. So this is the collective message that we are getting with the full moon in Capricorn. But just to give you a little more personalized guidance to each one of you, what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to give you 3 options to choose from, and you can select a number between 1 to 3. So just take a deep breath and set an intention, like, what is the personalized message that I need right now for this full moon in Capricorn for my greatest and highest good. And once you select a number 1, 2, and 3, I will have the timestamps link in the description. This will be just a short, quick message. So what you can do is you can tie in your personalized message with this collective reading and see how that resonates with you. I would love to know in the comments, like, what do you feel about these messages, how they resonate with you, what pile you selected. Okay, do let me know. So I will pick like one tarot card and one card from this deck, okay, for each pile. So let's start with pile number 1. What personalized guidance wants to come for you? Pile number 1. Okay, this wanted to come out. Okay, we have 4 of swords. Okay, what this This deck is like very flimsy. I was not aware of its quality, but yeah. Okay, what messages want to come through for pile number one? Okay, we got this. Okay, this is crazy. If you saw that, oh my god, this, we literally got quiet moments, and we got four of swords, and we have collectively the Cancer energy, which is again that energy of retreat. So what does this mean for you? Seek solace in the silence where clarity finds its true voice. And in the reverse, it says, tune into the silence for truths that words cannot express. Listen deeply. Four of Swords. Okay, so the personalized message that is coming for you is that with this challenging situation here, if you are struggling to find answers, if you are struggling to get clarity, first of all, Four of Swords is a card of rest, and you can say meditation. And again, with the Cancer card, that retreat energy, like I said, that you cannot just expect to retreat in your shell and stay there and hope this confrontation or this challenge to, get resolved on its own. That is definitely not happening. Okay. So you need to confront, you cannot avoid it. Okay. But at the same time, before you get, again, this another message that is coming for you is that if you do not make time to first reflect on your own, okay, to meditate on it, like find some quiet moments to actually think about the situation from a zoomed out view, okay, because when we are deep into a situation, when we are deep into the thick of things, it is very difficult to see things clearly. It is very difficult to think straight. It is very difficult to, not react. Maybe you just want to confront something with someone, okay, and I know this energy, like I cannot tell you how many times I have done this. I would have this urge to say everything that I want to say, and just lay out the facts and just demand the answers right away, right now, just like get done with it. But that is not how it works. So confrontation is important to resolve the issues, but before you dive into an argument or you debate something with someone or you jump to conclusions, the guidance here for you is make sure you make some quiet moments to reflect about the situation when things are not as heated. Okay, meditate, relax, take a break, take a day off. Okay, go out in nature, maybe journal about it, like take some time, let the heat die down a little bit, because when your fears are quieter, okay, when your fears are not yelling at you, when your insecurities are not trying to get the best out of you, okay, when that hurt maybe has like died down a little bit, that is when you will find the right things to say, or the right approach to, confront something or some situation. And again, this could be with yourself as well. And again, once again, like with the Four of Swords card, it's maybe what you are going through, or this confrontation is about you confronting yourself, you facing your fears and all of that, right? So making some time to meditate, journal, going out, going out in nature, taking rest, taking some more naps, maybe, that is going to really help you. And with this moon and the stars, I would say a good night's sleep will really, really help you think better and think clearly. Okay. But also, this is a sign of like being at rest. So I definitely feel that you will be able to resolve this conflict, whether it is internal conflict, whether it's external conflict, you will be able to get to the other side of it. Okay, that is the lesson of the full moon in Capricorn. Like we go through all these phases because we have to learn certain lessons. So there's nothing to worry, life happens, it is okay. Take a deep breath, relax, and you will be fine. And drop a moon emoji in the comments so that I know that you selected pile number one. And I'll see you in your next reading. Bye bye. Okay, so if you chose pile number two, this is your personalized guidance for full moon in Capricorn. What personalized guidance wants to come through for this full moon in Capricorn for you? We just want one card. Let's see. Okay, these are three. I will just take this one. We got two of wands. So maybe you are this maybe this confrontation is about like about taking some sort of decision for your future. Okay, and let's just see, we will pick one card from this deck. So are you planning something? Are you in two minds about like a decision? Because if that is the case, again with this Cancer energy, you need to sort it out. Okay, you need to sort it out. But it looks like to me there's a certain decision that you are, because two wands is about planning. Okay, we got here this card, so we're gonna pick this. Open doors. Oh my god, I'm not even kidding. You have many options, so take your time. So take your time to choose what is right. I am not even kidding. You saw it yourself, right? So this card is about making a decision about your future, planning something. Okay, and this literally says you have many options. Take your time to choose what is right. Okay, so maybe you are conflicted between your head and heart. Maybe there is something that you want to do, but maybe the society says otherwise, maybe your family says otherwise, maybe your friends say otherwise, maybe you want to pursue something that your partner is not agreeing with. Like, it could be so many things. Okay, let's just see. And the reverse of this card is making plans. Chart your course with intention. The future is yours to design and navigate. So I it's a very, very clear and straightforward message. With this opposition and the Cancer energy, something that I'm getting is that maybe there's something that you want to pursue, some decision that your family might be opposing, a certain family member might be opposing, because Cancer is related to the fourth house. It could be a mother figure, maybe a mother, grandmother. Okay, so it could be that. Again, it doesn't have to be, but yeah, that could be the thing. So there's something that you want to pursue, and it's like the doors are open. So either you are like picking one path among different like options. Okay, or maybe you have been like stuck confronting, maybe you don't know how to explain it to, again, your family, partner, husband, boss, even like apply it to your life however it resonates. But the message and the very clear guidance that I am getting for you is that the future is yours to design and navigate. So get clear on what you actually want to pursue, or what direction you want to go in. What is the decision you want to take? Why you want to take it? Okay, what are the stakes here? What will happen, like, truly? Like, what can you achieve? With the Capricorn energy is all about achieving. So what is that you can achieve when you decide on this particular path or direction or choice or whatever that is, and have trust in it and commit to it? Because here's the thing, you can, again, it applies to any area of your life. You can have multiple options, you can have multiple directions, but if you do not commit with the Capricorn energy, if you do not commit to one path, one decision, one choice, at least long enough, okay, if you do not commit to one path, one choice long enough, then you will never be able to see results, and you will be like hopping from path to path and goal to goal. So it might be, again, you convincing others about your decision, or you might be struggling with convincing yourself that this is the right decision. And I kind of feel this energy, and this is something like I worked with today, like something about self-doubt, like regarding certain goals and all of that, and like I literally, you can say, journal on what self-doubt is and how can you overcome that. Maybe I'll make a video about it. Okay, so whether it is about you convincing other people around you, or whether it is about you convincing yourself, or maybe it is both, pick a path and I think commit to it. That's it. That's it. Okay, that is very clear guidance for you. So drop a door emoji in the comments down below so that I know that you selected this pile, and let me know how this message resonated with you. And I'll see you in your next reading. Bye bye. Let's see pile number 3. what is your personalized message for this full moon in Capricorn? I just want one, okay? You need to keep this short. So, what is your personalized message? And we got Eight of Wands, okay? Quick movement. So, I think with this, the end of a tough cycle approaches, I think things are rapidly changing for you for the good. Or maybe some rapid communication is coming your way. So, if you have in a situation where you want to confront something with somebody, uh, this looks like a green light to me. Or maybe somebody else is coming your way to confront something. Okay, let's just say, let's pick one card from this deck and let's see what this is about. So just one card. What is the personalized guidance for pile number 3? Oh, also this Eight of Wands tell me that if there have been like if there have been things that were delayed, or if there were like restrictions, although this was the overall theme, like it looks like to me specifically for you, like things are moving again and things are moving fast. If you were stuck in some sort of if you were stuck in some sort of challenging situation, things are moving fast for you for good. Okay, things are moving fast for you, so you do not need to worry. Just make sure that you are learning your lessons, make sure that you are not pushing things under the rug. And also with this 801 energy, like you are not avoiding certain difficult conversations. And with this harbor of peace, like find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. So I'm getting kind of like two messages for you. The first one, if you are struggling with a challenging situation, there is no need to react or move fast, or like avoid being volatile in whatever situation this is. That is your biggest message. Avoid being volatile or reacting, because things are unfolding in a peaceful way for you, for sure. And maybe what you have been looking for is peace in a certain situation. And with the Cancer energy here, this could be maybe you are looking for more peaceful environment. That is something I'm getting here. Like maybe like the challenge or the friction or the opposition that you find is in your environment with this card, Serene Haven. Like you probably have been dealing with a difficult environment. Okay, maybe that has slowed you down. And I would say, and I can tell you this from my own personal experience, like I will not get into the details, but I will tell you this. I had a certain situation where I was dealing with like the environment issue, where I felt that my environment is not conducive, where I was having a lot of friction and challenges with uh, you can say like family members and like other like people in my living situation, people close to me. So a lot of environment related issues, and there were certain things, and those are like little things, but they create like obstacles in your path. Okay, like that, like the frictions that I face, it might look even literally unimportant to somebody else, but I know that how it has been obstacle in my path. But what I saw, like of course I kind of retreated a bit, okay, in my own shell. I stopped reacting. Okay, so that changed a lot of things. I started to uh you know like I started to handle things with more grace and more love and more peace. Like I tried to maintain peace first, and then I focused on how I can make things easy for myself in the environment. Okay, and suddenly I saw that things started changing, like things that were not in my control, things that I did not see like being resolved, they were being resolved without me doing anything. Now again, I'm not saying that you should not be learning your lesson. As I said, I changed my behavior. I restrained myself from not reacting or not giving up or not getting stuck in the victim mindset. Okay. And it helped me, but at one point, like, I saw things just quickly changed for me, quickly changed for me. And in this particular year, especially, I have seen a lot of improvement in my environment. Like, so again, if you have been struggling with your environment in some shape or form, I'm telling you, it's going to be resolved for you. You are going to find your haven. You are going to find your environment being more healthy, more conducive to your goals, to your peace, to your growth. uh, it's happening like almost rapidly, but I would just suggest that, again, you have to tie in with this, the collective message. Make sure that you are learning the lesson. Make sure that you are taking time to immerse in like what is happening and not reacting, but also like not pushing things under the rug. That is the message that I'm getting for you. I will just cut the deck here and see if we can get any additional message for you. Wow. Like, I don't with 10 of swords, this is the 10 of swords. So this is like, it's like, if you have felt deceived in past, if you have felt like you just, like, if you've hit rock bottom in something, okay, I'm telling you that things are changing rapidly for you, probably even in ways that you would not have imagined that it will happen for you. Okay, I'm 100% sure about it. So yeah, just as being, it was like, if things have been imbalanced, if like, if you have felt that this is not fair, this is not justified, this should not be happening, I'm telling you, you are getting that justice. But just make sure that you do confront what you need to confront. Okay, and again, even if it is about your environment, I am telling you again from my own experience, because I have been in the situation where I just felt that because of my environment and because of this and my living situation or whatever, I'm not able to hit my goals. And to some extent it was true, but also when I accepted that, when I confronted that, when I started looking into my own internal world, I realized that by actually working on myself, by working on my own fears and insecurities, I was somehow able to change my own environment. So let me know in the comment down below how this message resonated with you, and just drop a ship emoji. Okay, so that I know that you selected this file, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye bye.